Hey, there's your Wisconsin Wine Guy. We are back again with another wine review. For those who are new, I want to welcome you to my channel, welcome you to the wine reviews. I like to call these everyday drinking wines. These are wines where you can purchase anywhere you shop for wine. Liquor store, grocery store, and some wine shops. I make a selection of wines and give them a taste and give you my personal opinion utilizing the infamous thumb rating system. Thumbs up says it's a pretty solid wine, good value, can't go wrong with it. 3/4. You know, if I'm working on a budget and if I saw this wine at a party, I would drink it. I would even share it with my friends. Halfway, something about that wine just did not work with my palate. Doesn't make it a bad wine, it just didn't work with my palate. And I'll tell you why. Thumbs down. Always an easy one, right? And every now and then there's the infamous double thumbs up. Double thumbs up is an exceptional wine, a wine that I would purchase a few bottles and lay them down. God spares my life. I'm getting older now, and try these wines over, of course, the 5 years, maybe every 5 years, try a wine from that selection and see how it ages, depending on what the starting year is on the bottle, right? Okay, so now, have you been paying attention to some of the AI shorts I've been posting? You know, I mean, I see a lot of potential in wine and AI, you know, to do some great things with it. So I've been playing around with it, you know, and sharing some of my creations with you on the channel here. So check those out if you haven't. They're mainly shorts, as I said. Check it out and look forward to more fun things that I'm going to create with AI. Have you started using AI? Now, enough of that. So we are here today with our wine for this Wine Wednesday. Now this is interesting, you know, every now and then, you know, I find a small bottle, 375, that looks interesting to me. If you are a solo drinker, you know, look for half-size bottles, 375s. Look for those, you know, because you can get 2 glasses out of that, depending on who you are. I'll get like 3, maybe 4 glasses, because I only pour myself the shell pour. That's 2 ounces at a time. But look for small bottles, so you won't have to waste an entire bottle. But if you find a half bottle of a wine that looks interesting to you and you enjoy it, now you can invest in a larger size bottle, maybe multiples of that bottle. So now, I'm into the half size, and I wish there's more and more on the market, you know, but prices fluctuates, you know, so use your due diligence when shopping for half bottle wines. We're going to be doing, you can see the label there, this is Ed. Ed, this is a wine as a tribute to Don Edmundo. All right, this is going to be the 2023 Cabernet Sauvignon out of Argentina, Mendoza. Now, so who is Ed? And who is Edmundo? And why are they giving a tribute of wine to him? Well, he is the original creator or founder of the winery Navarro Correco. Let me get my Spanish right. Navarro Correas. Okay, winery out of Argentina. So the original founder and owner of that. So a half bottle that does come in a full-size bottle. They also make a superior. Now they cut their bones on doing Malbec. As with most of the Argentina wines, you know, wineries, you know, cut their bones and make Malbec. That is great, along with a few others, you know. But Cabernet is one of those grapes that's grown all over the world, you know, which is fantastic for us, for those who like wine. So again, this is again coming in at 13.5% alcohol. This is like a budget wine, so to speak. It's going to be aged in oak, of course. You know, all Cabernet, 100%. Price on this was $6.99. You may find it between $6.99 and $8.99, depending where you're shopping for wine. But you will find the large bottle. Ooh, that smells good. You'll find the larger size bottle anywhere from $11.99 to $14.99. Again, depending where you're shopping for wine. So let's give this a try. 2023 again for Argentina. Let's see if it's a good buy at $6.99 in the half bottle. Okay. Beauty, 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 beauty. Let's bring it up close so you can see it. You know, I don't like these light labels sometimes because you can barely see the wine. See the name, but you can see Ed though, right? So you remember it's Ed. And it looks like James Suckling gave this a 91. So let's see what James Suckling's palate is like compared to my own. Now, on the nose here, definitely will pick up cherry plum. You ever smell some red wines and you instantly have this flesh desire? Just from the nose from here is what I get from this wine. Beautiful color on this wine. You know, we're talking garnet, ruby colors in this wine, but definitely on the nose, plum, cherry, fleshy, I like to say. So maybe mushroom, right? Going in deeper, wow, it has a nice, fresh fragrance to it. Subtle spice and cedary notes exist as well. Let's put this barrel aging. Now, the nose is pretty nice on this one. Can't go wrong with that. That's a good start, right? Very good start. Ooh, I'm liking that nose. I'm trying to pinpoint a specific spice here. It's like a toss-up with allspice and pepper. Okay? Now, two-step process. You know how it goes. Two-step process. We're going to rinse first. Red wine, white wine, sweet wine, acidity is very, very important. Okay, it's one of the components. No acidity, no play. He wants to drink a flat wine, might as well drink water. So here we go. Oh wow, that acidity is fantastic. Okay, definitely makes your mouth water. Tannins are going to be smooth. They're there, okay, but it's not like harsh. I mean, it's there, provides structure, then it slowly fades away. But notice there. But notice I did this kind of rinse. Okay, this wasn't just a swallow. I want to get every part of my mouth and my palate to taste this wine. So great acidity. Now we go to the taste. See what we got. Wow. For a budget or a value type Cabernet, I think it's a pretty good drinking wine. Okay. It goes in initially with like brightness of fruit. Okay. Then the fruit slowly fades, but gives room to other flavors. On that finish, the plum comes through. I'm digging that. Again, you still get that subtle astringency, you know, from the tannins that's there. I can see this definitely being a food wine. See if I can find something quick to put together, because maybe it won't be anything fleshy. We'll see. But I say that this has a lot of potential for just a good everyday drinking type Cabernet if you can find it. If you can find a half bottle, even better. Whoa. More light. You know, some may say medium, but more light flavor to me. But I do like that plum finish. Even though it has almost like some cedar notes on the taste, on the smell, I'm not so sure about the barrel aging here. And if it is, it's probably going to be new oak and not very long. They do make a superior version, you know, of this, which is going to be, you know, a lot more put into it. So again, if this has some barrel aging, it does say it has some oak aging, but don't say how long or what type. But I would assume it's probably new and very, very light. You know what? Take that back. Used and very, very light. Not new. Used and very, very light. So, Wisconsin Wine Guy is going to give the tribute to Don Edmundo. I'm going to give this a 3/4. 3/4, I think, is a very good everyday drinking wine. Good value drinking wine. Can't go wrong with it. I'll enjoy it. I'm sure you'll enjoy it too. Again, it's not going to be the hefty Cabernet. Sometimes you just want to sit and sip and enjoy and drink Cabernet. This would definitely be a good summer type Cabernet. It has a nice fruit qualities to it. 2023 probably was better. So we're 2 years into it. The fruit is there initially, but it slowly begins to fade. But I think it'll be great with food, probably bring out more of the fruitiness and maybe complexity that exists there. So, the Wisconsin Wine Guy, 3/4 for the Don Edmundo Cabernet Sauvignon from Argentina. It's your Wisconsin wine guy saying it's also James Suckling gave it a 91. Probably was a 91 when he first tasted it. Okay, so I'm gonna say as always, let your palate be the guide, not mine but yours, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.